Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a really long time, but I'm not gonna lie, 2020 is kind of kicking my butt. But in any case, I thought I'd do the follow-up video that goes with the previous one. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go watch it. It's the whole birth story of what happened with my son. And this time I'm just going to do a short video for the moms out there that need to know how to get your breast milk to come in faster. None of these things are scientifically proven. This is things that I found on the internet and old wives' tales that I followed. But for me personally, it worked fantastically. I got my milk to come in within 4 days of giving birth to my son prematurely, and I feel like all of these things are what helped me. Then on top of that, I am going to be trying a product from Ferrero Rocher that is not yet in the country. So if you are here to watch that, skip past all the mama things. This is what the product looks like. Ferrero Rocher moments. I'm super excited. So we'll try that after all of this. So I'm going to jump right into it because I don't want this video to be too long, seeing as the last one was like half an hour long. So basically with premature birth, and sometimes even with normal birth, it can be really hard to get your breast milk to come in, and these are basically just things that worked for me. So the first thing I got was a breast pump. To me, this is really important, and this one that I had worked the best. You can find it at Clicks and Dischem. So this is the one that I used. It's Avent. If you can see, it worked so well. It looks like this. Really easy to assemble, easy to clean. This comes off, this comes off, and the bottle comes off, which comes with a top that you can use if you're using it as a bottle. So basically with this, what I did was I made sure, first of all, to pump every 2 hours. So basically what I did was, during the time that I was at the hospital, every 2 hours I would leave the baby and go to a specific room where I could pump out milk. Even if there was nothing coming out, I would make sure that I would pump every 2 hours for at least 15 to 30 minutes or until I could get something to come out, basically. So what I did was I took my pump with, and I put it in a backpack, and when I went there I would pump out, and when I came home I would pump out. I would set my alarm for every 2 hours to ensure that I pumped out as often as I can, so that my body could regulate and think the child is drinking even though he wasn't, on me, so my body could keep producing so that it wouldn't get lazy. So even in the evenings I would set my alarm for every 2 hours, and I would wake up every 2 hours in the evening to pump, even though he wasn't with me, he was still in the hospital. I would do this to ensure that my milk would come in. The next thing I did was I went to Clicks and I asked them for a natural tonic that could help me help my milk to come in. They ended up giving me this. It's VitaForce. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to show you it. It's an energy and vitality tonic. So if you can have a look. So you can ask for that. I took it 1 tablespoon in the morning, 1 tablespoon in the evenings. It basically tastes like you're eating jam, strawberry jam. It's very gross, but that is something else I did to get my milk to come in. The next thing I would do is I would take a hot water bottle, basically one like this. At the time it was locked down, so I couldn't find one like this, and I ended up using one of these bean baggy ones that you take the bean bag out inside, warm it up and stuff. And every night before I would go sleep, I would warm it up, put a blanket on my chest, and put this on my chest so that my body thought that the baby was with me. It just helped basically trick my body into thinking that everything was fine, because he was in hospital for 11 days. If you watch the previous video before this video will make a lot more sense. But that's basically what I did to help trick my body into thinking he was with me. The next thing I did was to make sure I took my prenatal vitamins even after I gave birth. So these were the ones I was using. They're Pregnavites, and it just basically looks like a small little blue and white pill, as you can see, and I would take them once a day also just so that my body kept getting enough nutrients, so that my breast milk would also be more nutrient for him. The next thing I did, as you can see, I did quite a lot of things, but the next thing I did was rooibos tea. If you can't find rooibos tea in your country, any tea will work. I'm not a big tea drinker, but I made sure to drink as much rooibos tea as I could with a lot of milk. Now, an old wives' tale, and I was told this by a very, very dear old lady, my husband's granny, that the more milk you drink, the more milk you will have. Now, it is a wives' tale. It's not scientifically proven or anything, but in our culture, we believe that you listen to those old ladies. They know what they are talking about. So, yeah, a lot of rooibos tea with a lot of milk, as much dairy products as you can get in. To me, that's what I did. I did this with my first son too, and it helped as well. And yeah, then the other things were mainly just avoid caffeine, because obviously caffeine does dry out your breast milk, so you want to avoid caffeine as much as possible. And then spend as much time around your baby as much as you can. It is difficult if your baby is in hospital and things like that with premature births. It's very difficult. Some people like me, I only got to hold him on his 9th day. But just being around him and hearing him cry and just being able to be there with him. I spent every day with him from morning to afternoon, and I feel like that helped me also. It helps your body kind of come to terms with what happened and what's going on with you, and that to me personally I think helped. So that was all the things I did. Also trying to get rest. Sometimes situations are a lot harder than one would think, but trying not to stress about it and focus on what you're doing while you're pumping and things like that. To me, that helped a lot. So I still do it even when I have to pump out now. I try and center my focus, try and focus on what I'm doing, and try and be zen, try not to stress, because I feel like when I'm feeling stressed out and trying to get milk out, I never get milk out. So trying to find your focus and just do that, it really does help. And resting as much as you can, which as a mother is not as much as one would like, but getting as much rest as you can is also really important. So those are all the things I did that worked for me, and I hope that this video, it's a short one, but I hope that it can help other mothers out there that don't know what to do and are feeling very overwhelmed in the moment. Just take a deep breath, do what works for you, ask other moms, find support groups, and I hope this video was able to help you too. So that's that. So now for the fun part, I'm going to try these. So basically this is a Ferrero Rocher product that is not yet in South Africa. It is currently being sold in India, if I'm not mistaken. So it's called Ferrero Rocher Moments, and I'm not gonna lie, the box is so cute. Like, this is totally something I would buy as a gift. They are trying to get these to come to South Africa, so if they do, you'll know then what my verdict on them are. So when you open it, there's a little Moments message and a little box that kind of looks like a coffee, you know, those coffee packages. Okay, so I'm going to open that. I have a scissors. Okay. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so they look like this. Basically, oh, they smell divine. They look like a little wrapped up sweet. And when you open it up, oh, that's okay. So they kind of remind me of the little balls that are inside the Kinder Joys. If you have them, you'll know what I'm talking about. And those are my absolute favorite. So let's try it. So it basically, if you've tried a Bueno, Kinder Bueno, it's got that smooth hazelnutty type chocolate on the inside. It reminds me of that on the inside, and then the Kinder balls on the outside. It is divine. Would definitely recommend these. They are so good. I think I could eat this whole bag. They're really good. They're very sweet and very rich, so it's probably not something you would eat too much of, but for a chocolate lover and a sweet tooth like me, any day. So I definitely recommend these Ferrero Rocher Moments. If they do come to South Africa, I highly recommend you go and get yourself a box, especially with Christmas coming up. I've got some exciting videos in mind, so please don't forget to subscribe. This is a short video, but I think it'll be very helpful to some mamas out there. And for those that are into chocolate, I hope you enjoyed that little taste test as well. Oh, I love you guys so much, and I hope that the end of 2020 is going to be good for everyone. It's been one crazy ride, and I'm praying for everybody out there, and I hope that things get better. They can only get better from this point on, and that everyone has a fantastic festive season. Love you guys. Bye.